Hello. Hey, today's subject that I wanted to talk about would be personal boundaries. And the reason for that is because I've been creating and struggling of creating my own personal boundaries for this whole starting year. And the word struggling is there because I haven't actually understood how important it is to have very clear boundaries in your life. That's the thing. If you have clear boundaries in your life, then you don't anymore also put your energy in the things where the energy goes, you lose it, or then kind of you block the energy to move anywhere and you don't feel there good either. So this is also about, feeling free and feeling safe. When you have your boundaries set perfect way for you, you will feel more safe and free inside of those boundaries, and you are more capable of acting and getting also the results that you want. So this is very, very, very important thing. We need to have boundaries so that we can know what we can do and what we can't. If there is no boundaries, there is a chaos. So who wants to live in chaos? I have lived in chaos many years, and I definitely don't want to live in chaos anymore. And always the chaos might be in some area in your life. And you might have good boundaries when it comes to your work, but then in the relationships it might be a mess, or other way around. Or you maybe have good boundaries in your work, but when it comes to your kids you are totally lost. So, I have been in there where I have had chaos a little bit everywhere. So I really do know how it feels not to have boundaries, and now I really do also need, or I know how it feels to have them feels to have those boundaries. So there's a huge difference. So how to make good boundaries? Well, number one would be that you need to be able to observe your life first. Where is it that when you put your energy to something, you also get something back? So learn to observe your life and where you have the good flow, which parts in your life are kind of like working, and which parts of your life then are not working. And if there is parts that are kind of working, but you would need to get it work even better, then you know that, okay, in not working and wanting to make it work better, you have to set more clear boundaries in that area. And step number 2 would be that when you are clear that what area needs to new boundary setting, you have to understand that kind of how you want to be treated, or what kind of feedback you want to get from there, or with what kind of people you want to hang out, or what kind of circumstances you want to take part. So you need to check kind of what is okay with you and what is not okay with you. And for example, I could now put a boundary that I made with my son the other day, that he feels that sometimes people are kind of like pushing or coming like, touching him with non-nice ways. And we have talked about that a lot. I have tell him to kind of like, you have to tell them that it's not okay, that don't touch me and all that, but it kind of don't work when it comes from the telling other person how they should act. So it's more of kind of when you put the boundary that you tell others that how you want to be treated. So for example, in that case, he would put a boundary where he says that, hey, I'm not okay for being pushed or attacked like with violent ways, but I'm very much okay for you to touch me if you have something you know, nice that you want to come to tell me, or it comes from some kind of place which is more calm and neutral. And when that boundary is there, it's much more easier for him to just say that, hey, you know, go back and then say that, hey, I want to be touched only if you have something good coming there, but don't come to touch me like that. You know, I don't want to be touched like that. So it's just you communicating what is okay with you and what is not okay with you, that how you want to be treated. All right, that's the basics of the boundary setting, and in a way this is clear for us adults, but it's really good to check if you have some areas in your life where things are not flowing. And also, if you set kind of more wider, more general boundaries that are in a way energetical boundaries, where you say that, okay, I wish to have this, or I don't want to anymore have situations in my life where I get judged by mean people, you know. But at the other hand, maybe I am okay of putting myself into situations where people criticize me, but only if they have some healthy points that they can bring up and they are working with me to find a better solution for something or whatever. But it needs to be on a healthy context. And when you set an energetical boundary, you also kind of put yourself into the place where you are calling more of that into your life. When you don't set boundaries, you call everything in there, and mostly from the wounds that are unconscious. So when you become more conscious that what you are getting and how you would want to get it, and what you want and what you don't want, you also put your energy, you direct that much more clearly into that direction that you want it to go. Yes, so go and check inside of yourself what's the situation and set boundaries. And if you need or want to do that together with me, you can book a session. And we do that anyways if there's gonna be the package that you jump in. We're gonna do the whole checking that what's going on in your life and put every aspect there in alignment in a way. So yeah, and if you like my videos, please like and subscribe and share. And yeah, that's about all. So have a perfect day. Ciao.